Apostle Franklin D. Richards addressed the assemblage. The following is the substance of what he said. He rejoiced in the contemplation of the work in which the Lord had called upon the Latter-day Saints to engage, and the longer he himself labored in God's cause, the more intense became the pleasure of his soul. To say that he knew this to be the work of the Lord was simply to repeat that which had been so often uttered by the brethren when bearing their testimony of the truth of the gospel. He learnt it many years ago, and since then this work has gone on increasingly abundantly. It mattered not how much the powers of darkness raged against the Latter-day Saints. This fact did not alter their line of duty, but rather strengthened their faith and spurred them on to further effort. At all times they should seek to be diligent in business, fervent in spirit, serving the Lord. He desired most earnestly to testify to the truth of this work, which was making such rapid progress. Indeed, if they looked at it carefully and in the critical light of the Spirit, it would be found that it was going forward about as fast as the saints were prepared to receive it. He urged that the strong among us should help the weaker ones, while the weak should hold on to the strong, thereby sustaining them in the trials and temptations which beset the people on every hand. Many interesting questions were arising in the present day, among others the coming of the Son of Man, reference to which was made this morning. While this was a speculative matter, the signs of his coming were now abundantly manifest. While we could not obtain from the revelations of any definite statement of the time of Christ's coming in his power and majesty to take to himself the kingdom, we could learn from them a great many things which had to transpire before the great event would come to pass. It had been declared to us from on high that the hour of God's judgment had come. We had seen those judgments, more or less, poured out upon the world, manifested sometimes by terrible fatalities, but we were told that before Christ again came, the sun should be darkened and the moon turned into blood. Jerusalem should be rebuilt, and many other things be performed in the land of Israel. We need not deceive ourselves, however, for God had given us a great deal of prophecy and revelation relating to the restitution of this dispensation. After citing several of these from the Book of Doctrine and Covenants, the speaker said we were blessed with many revelations, doctrines, commandments, and principles that should be a guide to us in our everyday life. He counseled the saints to think more of holy things and less of the affairs of the world. By some persons death had been regarded as the king of terrors, but this was not the case with those who were filled with the Holy Ghost. Many of the righteous fell asleep in death as peacefully and calmly as did some fall into a natural sleep when they laid their heads upon their pillow at night. The terror of death lay in sin, and when the conscience was burdened with guilt and knowledge of evil deeds. There was much to do in these last days. Therefore, said Apostle Richards in conclusion, let us be on the watch, keep diligently the commandments of God, walk before him in all righteousness, and so train up our children that they may fear him and serve him faithfully all the days of their lives.